but I think it's just the real friggin' information nowadays, and a lot of stuff is coming to light. I think the whole Epstein saga hit us all and hit the mainstream, and people are starting to question now, at least, what is real and what is fake. So I brought 3 guys on who are always, they didn't shy away from controversial issues and talked about it. And you should go over and follow all their shows. They really are great. And I just want to say thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. And let's have a fun time. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And we're going to talk a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to do some trivia. We're going to start off. We're going to have 2 categories. The first one is called the Combatants of Liberty. I'm going to give you some multiple choices. 1, 2, 3, and 4. A, B, C, and D. Excuse me. A will be Ron Paul. B will be Rand Paul. C will be Jesse Ventura. And D will be Ralph Nader. Now, let me explain the rules to you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with somebody. That will be your question. You will have a chance to answer that. If you get it right, you get 2 points. If you get it wrong, we go to the next guy on the line, and he can steal it for a point, and so on. There's about, 12 questions total, John? I think total. All right. So we're going to look at our Rokfin exclusive, see who's there. And we have certain people. We have Glory Jones, Holly Horn. Anybody else on the Rokfin, please show yourself. Say something. Glory Jones, I'm going to let you pick first. You're the champion. Your shirts are in the mail. But who do you want to pick today, Glory Jones? You want to take Jackson Fax, Jason Bermas, or Steve Poikinen? This is always the fun part because when you get picked last like Ron Placone, you can start bitching about it. And what do you guys think about, real quick, while we're waiting for some contestants to come in, what do you guys think about Jesse Ventura so far, Jackson? Your opinions?
I think he's great. I've always followed his work. He does a great job. I'd be supportive of a lot of the policies he's pushing for, and I like that he's an outsider. It is funny that we have, if he ran, we would have a WWE guy going against another guy from the WWE. So that's kind of funny. But either way, I like him, like the guy.
Hey, man, they were in the WWE when it was the WWF.
Yeah.
Info Warriors. Jason, who should be his vice president?
Wow. If he was trying to recruit Tulsi Gabbard and get her out of the Democratic Party, I think that would immediately put him into front runner contention, and a lot of people may be jumping green. I love Jesse. I think that this is the last opportunity he'll have to do it, though, because he's just slowing down physically. He's talked about it forever. What better time than now when the supposed nominee for the Democratic Party can't stay awake as Hillary Clinton shills out for him on television?
By the way, Jackson Fax, Glory Jones, she's won twice. She's a big supporter of ours. She chose you. Holly Horn, you got a choice between Steve Poikinen and the info warrior himself, Jason Bermas. Poikinen, I don't know if I know you're not a big Democratic Party type of guy. My personal choice, and don't get me wrong, I love Tulsi Gabbard, but I think if Jesse Ventura decides to run and he chooses Tulsi Gabbard, he's really not going outside of his potential base to get other people come over and get him elected. I think that his best choice to really have a serious, legit chance of winning this is somehow wooing Nina Turner to come on over to his ticket, because then you get a lot of those neo-progressives who were kind of on the fence that will, instead of they would have voted for Joe Biden because they're so afraid of Trump, they might actually vote for Jesse. What do you think about that idea? And if so, do you have another choice?
The best possible outcome you could get from that would be the 5% nationwide and matching federal funds for the next time around. I don't think you could take the White House that way. But if Jesse Ventura is going to run, which just kind of shows how little the Greens care about their nomination process in the first place, given all of the elbows they've thrown to candidates and different bars set for different states. It's if he's going to do it right and pick Cynthia McKinney.
See, I think that's the obvious. Like, a lot of people were saying if he's going to go green, choose Dario Hunter, because they're one of his. Dario is one of the favorites of a lot of people within the Green Party. And even though my sense is, like I said, to get Tulsi out of the Democratic Party and her issues, I'd love to have her first. But I'm thinking strategic whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure we get past that 5% threshold, that is why I kind of chosen Nina Turner. And by the way, Holly has picked Steve Boykinen. So we have some anti-Canadian people on our thread. I don't like this at all. I'm sorry. Jason, we're waiting for one more person to sound off, and as soon as that person sounds off, you're going to be representing that person. So we have Holly Horn, who is I think I've seen Holly on your thread when I was on your show, Steve. Glory Jones, represented by Jackson, and we're waiting for just one more person.
All I can say is if you want to win, you should probably choose me now.
All right, we're going to wait 10 more seconds. If nobody comes in, we're just going to start, and the next person that sounds off will represent you. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Is our YouTube sound on? Is it on YouTube or no? No sound. All right, if you're on the YouTube, go on over to the Rokfin and sign on up, and come on over, watch our exclusive. Get a chance to win a T-shirt. You'll be represented by the Info Warrior himself, Jason Bermas. Jackson Fax is in the house. Slow Day News, Steve Poikinen. You know, we're going to talk a little stuff after. We're going to talk a little bit more Jesse. We'll talk a little bit about other things that are happening in the news. But let's just get started over here. Let's get rolling. We're going to get rolling over here. Okay, so remember, the category is the combatants of liberty. Talking about our civil liberties. A will be Ron Paul. B will be Rand Paul. C will be Jesse the Body Ventura. And D will be Ralph Nader. Okay? We're going to start with you, Mr. Poikinen. Steve, you ready?
Sure.
Who said this? Which one of those four gentlemen? I would rather face the terrorists than lose my civil liberties. If protecting our safety means taking away our Bill of Rights, then could I be so crass and bold as to scream, give me liberty or give me death. Once freedom is gone, the bedrock foundation that our country is built on, what's left to stand for and believe in? Let me read it again without stuttering so many times. I would rather face the terrorists than lose my civil liberties. If protecting our safety means taking away our Bill of Rights, then could I be so crass and bold as to scream, give me liberty or give me death. Once our freedom is gone, the bedrock foundation that built our country, what's left to stand for and believe in? Is it A, Ron Paul, B, Rand Paul, C, Jesse Ventura, or D, Ralph Nader? And I want you to be ready, Jason, because you're up second. You'll have a chance to steal.
I already know who it is, brother.
I'm going to go with Ron Paul.
Is that your final answer?
No, that's my final answer. Yeah, I'm sorry. God, I fucked that one up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to swear on this show.
Go ahead. Ooh, sorry, it is not Ron Paul. Info Warrior, do you want to hear the quote again?
Am I in the steal?
Hold on, one second. Oh, I went the wrong. Okay, so Jackson's up?
Oh.
Jackson, I'm so sorry. You're second. I lied to you, Jason. That's what we do to Southern Canadians around here.
All right, I'm gonna go with Ralph Nader.
Is that your final answer, Jackson?
It is.
Ooh, sorry, no. It's not Ralph Nader. It's not Ron Paul. Jason Bermas says, yes, Ventura, Jesse Ventura.
Oh, man, even with
and if anybody wants to know where I got that from, how I knew it was Ventura, because it easily could have been any of the three, it's real simple. Neither Rand or Ron has ever used the word crass in their life. I knew it was Jesse right away.
Yeah, I know. I had to stay on topic. You know, Jesse Ventura is hot right now, so I had to go with it. So Jackson second. All right, so I'm going to write this down. Poikinen 1, Jackson 2, Bermas, you're 3. Bermas, you're on deck, so you're going to steal this right away if you get a chance. We're still waiting for somebody to sound off in the Rokfin. We got enough people that the first person to sound off, Johnny's going to find you, and Jason Bermas, who's already got a 1-0 lead, the Info Warrior himself, and he can win you a nice CONVO Couch T-shirt. All the kids want them nowadays. Jackson, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who said this? Was it Ron Paul, A, B, Rand Paul, C, Jesse Ventura, or D, Ralph Nader? Isn't it interesting that there's a push to a ban in the Constitution the desecration of the flag, but not the desecration of the Constitution? Isn't it interesting that there's a push to ban in the Constitution the desecration of the flag, but not the desecration of the Constitution? Jackson.
I'm gonna go with Rand Paul.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, Jackson. It's not Rand Paul. That means Jason Bermas. Why isn't it written down? What, you set a precedence.
I honestly, because I was going with either Paul, and because I think either of them would have said, as he took Rand, I am taking Ron, and I believe that that is a Ron Paul quote, sir.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Ooh, sorry. It's not Ron. It ain't Rand. Hey, Poikinen, isn't it interesting, okay, that there's a push to ban in the Constitution the desecration of the flag, but not the desecration of the Constitution? We know it's not Ron or Rand Paul. Is it Jesse Ventura or Ralph Nader?
I think it's Nader.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
Yes, that is correct. That's a point for Poikinen. And we're on to the third question. This is going to be Jason Bermas' question. You ready, my man?
I am.
Who said this? Ron, Rand, Jesse, or Ralph? Increasing presidential powers is rather disturbing to me. Don't we remember that when you sacrifice liberty for security, you lose both? That's what's happening in this country today. Once again, increasing presidential powers is rather disturbing to me. Don't we remember that when you sacrifice liberty for security, you lose both? That's what's happening in this country today. Is it A, Ron Paul, B, Rand Paul, C, Jesse Ventura, or D, Ralph Nader?
I think it could be any of them, but I'm going to go with the man Rand. Rand Paul, final answer.
Ooh, sorry. Poikinen, you're going to steal it right here if you get a chance. Jackson, you're on deck now.
Goodness.
Increasing presidential powers is rather disturbing to me. Don't we remember that when you sacrifice liberty for security, you lose both? That's what's happening in this country today. It's not Rand, who is Jason Bermas' favorite guy. Is it Ron Paul, Jesse Ventura, or Ralph Nader?
I'm going to stick with the theme of Paul and go with Ron Paul, and that is my final answer.
Correct, Damungo. You got the lead now. 2 points for Slow Days News over there, Steve Poikinen.
You almost got that right there, Pasta.
Bermas, Poikinen.
No, Slow News Day.
Oh, slow. What do I say?
It's true.
I say Slow Day News.
Slow Day. Yeah, I thought I was high.
Slow News Day, right?
The hell out of me for a second. I was like, wait a minute, what's my show called? Shit.
Sorry. And I played on your emotions over there, Jason. I know you're a Rand Paul fan. I watched one of the first videos I watched you do was with Rand Paul. It was pretty awesome. He was on the floor. And I feel that way about Rand. He could slay it sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, shut up, Rand. He's like one of those guys, man. Some of those libertarians, they can really, really shine, but sometimes they really should shut the fuck up. We're on Jackson now. Who's up now? Steve Poikinen.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to go Steve first. Jackson, you're on deck. And then you're third. And then, Jackson, you'll have the next question and so forth. We'll do this. Question number 4. Poikinen, you ready?
I am.
Who said this? In times of war, personal freedoms are threatened at home. That is why a proper foreign policy is so critical, so that freedoms at home are never again threatened. Once again, in times of war, personal freedoms are threatened at home. That is why a proper foreign policy is so critical, so that freedoms at home will never again be threatened. Is it A, Ron Paul, B, Rand Paul, C, Captain Freedom, or D, Ralph Nader?
I feel like you're trying to throw me when you say Captain Freedom, because it otherwise it would be a hint. And I don't think that, and I don't know how you play your game here, Pasta. I don't know what kind of, is this Omaha?
Oh, let me get my poker face.
Ralph Nader, final answer.
Ooh, sorry. Jackson facts, you can steal it right now. In times of war, personal freedoms are threatened at home. That is why a proper foreign policy is so critical, so that freedoms at home are never again threatened. We know it's not Ralph Nader.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jesse Ventura, and that is my final answer.
Captain Freedom, your final answer? Ooh, sorry, it is not. All right, Jason, baby, come on, brother. This is set up for. I gave you the layup. I went like this.
Rand.
Who?
Doubling down on Rand Paul. That sounds like his verbiage. I get it. He gets from the.
Let me get another one.
Oof. What? Oof. Rough.
Come on, guys. Who talks about blowback? Who invented the word? That's at the roots of Ron. I don't show too much over there, boys. All right, that's Let's go with the next one. Who's up? Jackson Facts? Yeah. Guys, this has got to be the lowest scoring game I've had in this trivia yet. I got like 3 points on the board. I don't think anybody's got an original question right yet. Jackson, help me out here.
All right. Who
said this? I told veterans gathered at an American Legion post that I opposed any constitutional amendment to outlaw flag burning. The point was that we have the freedom to do something like that in America, and the flag is only a symbol. I told veterans gathered at an American Legion post that I opposed any constitutional amendment to outlaw flag burning. The point was that we have the freedom to do something like that in America, and the flag is only a symbol. Is it A, Ron Paul, B, Rand Paul, C, Jesse Ventura, or D, Ralph Nader?
I'm gonna go with Nader.
Final answer?
Jason's shaking his head, so I'm thinking I'm not gonna make that my final. Okay, I'll make it my final. We'll go with Nader. I'll stick with it.
Ooh, sorry. Hey, Poikin, I need your eyes up. I gotta see your eyes. I gotta make sure you're not on the computer over there. Type it in the thing. All right, who's up next? That was Jackson. So second, Bermas, a chance to steal it. You said Ralph Nader?
He said Nader. I'm going Ventura. Ventura's the one that would be speaking to veterans. Finally.
There it goes. Bermas ties up the game with a double off the wall. And the Canadians tie it up. Love it. People are going to go after the show like, Jason Bermas is really from Canada? And be like, he's going to be so pissed at me. Like, no, he's from New York. All right, so Jason, This is it right here. This is the last question of this category, and then we'll get into some UFO and other stuff. So here we go. Who said this? Hillary is a liberal and not a progressive. Barack Obama and Senator Elizabeth Warren are progressive. If Hillary were progressive, she would be more anti-corporate, more like Elizabeth Warren. And if Hillary were progressive, she'd be more opposed to military intervention overseas, more like who?
Well, I mean, that probably is the easiest thrown lob, softball, layup out there. It's got to be Ralph Nader. No one else would be using that terminology whatsoever. So I'm going Ralph Nader. Final answer now.
The disappointment level is like up here right now. It's so fucking high. Poikin and steal it. Who said it? Was it Ralph Nader? Was it Ron Paul, Rand Paul, or Captain Freedom? Hillary
Ron Paul, final answer.
Who?
Ron Paul, final answer.
Jackson, Rand Paul, or Captain Freedom? You pick it.
Rand Paul.
And Jackson Facts is on.